We're looking at the Good Ride review of the Korua Tranny Finder Plus.
Sunny groomer test.
God damn.
And I know what you're thinking right now. I think Peter wants to tell you a little something.
It's short for transition finder, all right? The transition between, you know, maybe like a sweet, smooth jump into like a beautiful down, just a wonderful, just, you know, nothing, just, guys, all right, get your mind out of the gutter.
Bring
right?
it up.
Bring it up. Bring it up.
So what we're here to talk about is powder, because we really couldn't get it in just about anything else. None of the groomers worked any of the days we've been riding us. Boo-hoo, poor us. But look, this is just a powder comparison between all these boards behind us. In terms of float, I felt it was incredibly good with this big nose and just this tapering into like a nice tail, like mellow tail. It's got a little less setback than the other boards, and I certainly noticed that in the deep snow on the Tranny Finder and also on the Tranny Finder Plus, but we were in the exceptionally deep, like all-time deep.
We were in deep and unforgiving as balls.
Yes, but even in the deep that was forgiving and amazing, the Tranny Finder was not floating like the Stealth, was not floating like the Dart,
but
was not floating
very
like
well.
the Pencil, but that's a whole other realm.
But
was not floating like, you know.
But like just
a little behind.
Just increments behind boards that were floating so damn well.
But that's what we call the deep.
Yeah.
That's like, you know, it's like, what's it called? The upside down, you know, deep. Like,
yeah.
That's kind of like, it's another level. It's another weird alternate world that most people don't see.
Yeah.
I think this can, if you're somebody who generally sees like 1 to 2 feet, this is going to be amazing.
But then once again, I mean, there are so many people that absolutely love that carbon, that light, that like, they want the absolute most technical performance of just,
if you hike a lot, you know, if you're carrying your board, this is the one over the Tranny Finder.
Yeah.
But here's what I was also saying though about the float is, yes, it doesn't float as much, but it has more tail. So it's got a more friendly landing for air. It's got more pop off the tail. You can even throw this around switch on the transition.
Let's talk about pop for 1 second.
Yeah.
The moment I got on this board, you know, I was like, all right, what does this board want to do? It wants to find big ol' tranny transitions. It wants to find like little hits right off the side and then going back into the run, you know? And that's exactly where I took it. I went right into the trees and, you know, right off the side of the run, and I found just those little perfect little pops, you know, just right back into the run, those transitions.
Yeah, and you were having fun with that.
I've had a real fun time, and I found the pop to be absolutely explosive. Then the moment I landed into the run, I really had to use all of my strength to like keep going. To
handle the buck.
To handle the buck, because that buck,
with weight reduction comes less dampness.
Yeah.
It's just a straight fact. They haven't figured it out yet in the industry. This is better than many ultralight boards, but it's still missing that, you know, that magic that the classics have. So it's really a trade-off.
Yep. I mean, I was exploding off of those little transitions. I was exploding off those little hits. But the moment that I started hitting the chunder, I was really feeling it all throughout the body and had to use every single bit of my expertise. Because I am a spear fisherman, and it does remind me very much of those carbon fiber spear guns that all of my friends absolutely love to get. Those 4-band carbon fiber guns, and then they shoot them, you know, and then they feel this just insane jerk.
There's some kick. There's
Some definite kick.
There's
they feel
kick
the
to
kick
this.
from it, you know, where I'm using my big old classic wooden gun, you know, and yeah, it's hell to travel with, and it's hell out of the water, but the moment I sweep through the water and I'm all of a sudden tracking a big fish, I shoot it, and the kick is just like that, you know, and I get the fish, as opposed to when I feel their carbon fiber guns just
now,
buck
but
like that.
they have a Tranny Finder Plus and a split. That'd be fun.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, it'd be an easier up for
Yeah.
sure. And if you're riding
would
really
be.
good snow all the time, you know, if you're actually splitting up to some perfection,
Yeah.
fuck, this would be perfect.
And you want to hit some like big sweet airs back into perfect landings. Yeah,
Voila.
Tranny Finder Plus.
Just
Throw it
have
up
it-
super high in the air and see if I catch it. Thank
I
God he
can't
didn't
do
actually
it.
do
I
that.
can't
Thank
do
God
it.
he didn't actually do that.
And
I
that's
thought
when
he was,
the-
thought he was gonna do it. I thought for sure I was gonna go get stitches.
And that's when the edge slit his wrist
Yeah.
and he almost died.
yeah.